Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
ready.
So, welcome to the Coffee Slub podcast. Welcome back, you guys. I have Brianna here, and she is the founder of Green Ritual Matcha, and she is literally at almost farmers market every weekend. And I think what I love about her brand and what she's perfected is that matcha has kind of led to sugary drinks, which matcha has so many benefits. And she's perfected her craft of not having it super sugary. Everything's organic, and her matcha is fucking awesome, as you can see. This is the Coffee Slut podcast, but we have matcha today.
Yes.
So, welcome. I do
Thank
want to
you.
ask, I know we did some BTS behind the scenes making the matcha, but I want to ask, like, what do you love about your menu from your brand?
So we have like all of the fun flavors that you would see on menus at coffee shops. We still do all of those fun
Yeah.
flavors, but we do them in like a very clean, natural way. But the flavors all still come through so well. And it's like really cool that you can have those cool fun flavors,
Yeah.
but not all of the sugar that's like associated with them. Like we have banana bread matcha and like peach
Ooh,
cobbler
okay.
matcha.
Wow. I haven't
S-
heard of a peach cobbler matcha.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
like
good. That's so
really
unique.
unique. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I want to start off with I like asking every guest in the beginning, what was your childhood like?
Different.
Go
My
for it. Go for it.
childhood
Yeah.
was like very different than all of my friends growing up. I lived with well, I technically I lived with my mom, but my grandparents were like that played a huge role in my childhood. My mom was like really, really young when I was born. She had just turned 18 when I was born. So my grandparents helped her out a whole lot, which I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful that they were there. Um, but there were a lot of things that were like normal, I guess, about like my friends' childhoods that
Mhm.
I didn't really get to experience in mine. My grandparents were almost more like my normal parent figures
Yeah.
than my mom was because I didn't really have a father figure either. Um, so it was just different, but I had a great childhood. My grandparents like still made sure that I had everything that I needed to feel as normal as possible, you know?
Yeah. And I can relate with you on that cuz my grandparents played a huge part in my childhood.
Hmm.
And having a mom so young, she's still growing up with you. So
Exactly.
it's, crazy to me. So growing up, you grew up with your grandparents mainly. I'm assuming your mom was working all the time.
Yeah.
And how is your relationships with your grandparents?
I have like the best relationship with my grandparents ever. I love them so much. And even still to this day, like they do so much for me. They're so involved in my life. Like all of this matcha stuff that I've been doing, they have been so involved in all of it and helping me with it. Anything that I need, they're there for.
I love that.
So yeah, they're so awesome.
So whenever we were talking and growing up with your grandparents, I know your grandparents played, like you said, like played a big part in your starting your matcha business.
Hmm.
Before you even started it, what were you like pursuing? What career field were you in?
So I had gone to college for business management, but I didn't ever really have like a end goal with
Okay.
that. Like I never had anything specific in mind that I wanted to do with that, which kind of makes it really hard to like get through college.
Hmm.
It's hard to find motivation to get through college when you have no idea what it is that you're like, what the light at the end of the tunnel
Yeah.
is. Um so I had gone to college, but I ended up dropping out and I ended up working with my grandparents. My grandpa owns a bunch of commercial properties in Georgetown and Round Rock. So I ended up starting property management and
Oh,
kind of
okay.
overseeing those properties.
And how was that?
It's cool. It's honestly not a whole lot of work to do. So like that's why I ended up having so much free time to be able to start this
Yeah.
is like my job kind of only really happened when somebody has a problem. So like if somebody has a plumbing leak or something, they'll call me and I have to like address that, get somebody to go and check it
Oh,
out.
okay, okay, okay. So,
So it didn't involve me like going and like sitting in an office all day or anything. Um, but it was kind of just something to like pay the bills while I figured out what I wanted to do.
yeah, and then when did the spark of Green Ritual Matcha come up?
I I had been I've been a matcha drinker for a long time and I feel like I've always made my matcha at home and it's like so hard to go to a coffee shop and find a quality
Yeah.
matcha Like it was quite literally impossible. Like I still to this day have hardly found any. I've found maybe like one or two that I think are okay. Um, and I started seeing all these people starting matcha pop-ups, and I was like, you know what? I could do that and do it so much better. Like
Yeah.
I don't want it not to sound cocky, but like I
No,
was just like I
the
could,
confidence. We need it.
yeah.
We need it. Yeah.
Like I just it was so hard to find a good one, and I just felt like I could like do it the way that I do it at home, and I
Yeah.
that was where it came from.
And I think like I love your matcha and I haven't obviously gone out to go try it, but I understand when you talk about the product. So for example, I started with the most basic one, like Starbucks.
Mhm,
It's very sugary.
right,
Didn't realize it had sugar in it. It's very not like green and rich like the one you showed me.
right,
And then we've seen some that are like too dark, but then it tastes and green tea is supposed to taste earthy,
right.
but some it just tastes like dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you have to find a good balance. And
Yeah.
that's the thing is I feel like I really had that balance figured out. It's not too sweet. It's not earthy to the point where it's like not enjoyable to drink. But you can definitely still taste the matcha. Um, and it's I just think it's so yummy.
It's fucking awesome. It's a mango matcha. Like, holy shit. I need to go try your banana one
Yes,
for sure.
that's like the customer favorite at the markets for sure is
Yeah.
the banana
Did you
one.
keep it or I know people were doing it like
We
seasonally?
did. We had put it on our fall menu originally, but then it was like our best-selling drink like
Oh
by so
shit.
far.
Okay.
So we ended up keeping it on the winter menu as well. I'm not sure what we're gonna do when springtime comes around though, because I don't.
Spring
It's not
keep
really.
it.
We might. I don't know. It might just have to stay on the menu.
When did you realize there was a gap in the Austin market?
I just, like I said, I couldn't find any coffee shops
Yeah.
that had matcha that was like quality in my opinion. Like you can pretty much tell from looking at a matcha, well, not completely, but you can get at least an idea from looking at a matcha
Mm-hmm.
whether or not it's going to be quality or not. Like so many of them are brown or that it's like a light green, like it's just like
Yes.
milk with like a hint of green. And I feel like that was like what most matchas were. And if they weren't, if it was like a decent quality matcha, they were putting other flavors in the matcha that overpowered the matcha so much that you couldn't even taste it anymore. And I was like, well, what's the point of this? Like I can't
Yeah.
even taste the matcha in it.
It's honestly like coffee too. Like
Yeah.
if it's not the right color, I'm like, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good. And sometimes I don't know why, but I do love me a latte,
Hmm.
right? I do love how you used all organic ingredients in your matcha. But some people just do so much syrup. I'm
Yes.
just like, I don't even taste the coffee beans.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like, trust, I love a latte. I love it. But I'm like, it can't be super sweet.
Yeah.
So whenever you realized there was a gap and you were like, okay, where did you get the name?
Well, it was like my daily ritual every day. Like
Okay.
I made a matcha every single day, and matcha is green, so
Yeah.
green ritual. I just thought it was really cute.
No, it's
Yeah.
beautiful and it's unique. And honestly, you should go buy the matcha. Like we're just a couple minutes in, but it's really good. And with how important was it for you to not make it so sugary?
That was like the most important
Yeah.
thing to me. Like, I'm not like anti-sugar. Like it's not
Yeah.
like there can't be any sugar in the matcha. We do still sweeten our
Mhm.
matcha. But we use natural sweeteners. We use agave, maple syrup, just because they have a lower glycemic index.
Mhm.
So it's not gonna
See?
spike your blood
I didn't
sugar.
even think about that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not gonna spike your blood sugar like cane sugar would.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
agave is also naturally sweeter than cane sugar.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
need
yeah.
less of it, and you can still get the sweetness. So I'm not like anti-sugar, but I
Yeah.
wanted the drinks to not be so sweet that it tastes like a dessert. I
Yeah.
wanted the matcha to still come through.
So you run this with your boyfriend, right?
Yes,
Yes. Because I
yes.
was over here like I thought she had a whole team, but
No,
it's still just them two grinding it out.
it is.
So
Yeah.
where are you guys on the weekend? And like how is the clientele like your loyal like customers?
Yeah, so we're at the SFC Farmers Market at Republic Square every Saturday from 9 to 1. We're at the Arboretum Farmers Market every Saturday from 11 to 3, and then the BK Farmers Market every Sunday from 11 to 3.
Okay, nice.
And at each of those markets, we have people who come through to see us every week, and that's like the best feeling in the world. It's like so awesome that there's people who look forward to coming and getting our matcha every
Yeah.
weekend. We even have some people who come to see us every Saturday at the Arboretum, and then they'll come to see us Sunday in Bee Cave as well, which is
Oh
like,
shit. Oh my
yeah.
God.
And like that's so cool to me that people are like willing to drive to go and get our matcha on the weekends. I think that's the best thing ever.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's because it's so good. It's probably like their weekend ritual, right?
Exactly.
And I'm
Yes.
just like, oh my God, that sounds so good right now. So I do want to touch back a little bit about your work ethic. And I know your grandfather was a huge part of that. Do you want to
Yes.
talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so like I said, I was like my grandparents played a huge role in my childhood. My grandpa was an architect. He still
Hmm.
is an architect. He's 84 years old and
Oh
he
my
still works.
gosh.
He can't so the thing that he always told me was that he had never worked a day in his life because he loved what he
Yeah.
did so much. And I guess that is still true to him even at 84 years old because he doesn't want to stop working because it's not work to him. So he had like instilled that into my head, like you need to find something that doesn't feel like work so that you don't get burnt out doing it. And I just never thought that that was possible. Like,
Yeah.
and I had always looked at him, and in my eyes, he was working all the time, and I was like, what do you mean you've never worked? Like, you're constantly working, and that never made sense to me. I feel like I've kind of finally found my thing that's like that. Like when I go to the market on the weekends, like it doesn't feel like work. I enjoy being there. It's so
Hmm.
fun. Um, so yeah, he like really drilled that into my head, and I that's what I was looking for, and I feel like I finally have found that thing for
Yeah.
myself, and it's really cool.
And whenever, so how did your mom play a part in like you starting this business and stuff?
Um,
If you like to touch on that.
I'm not. I love my mom, but
Yeah.
not much.
Okay.
She didn't really have anything to do with this, to be completely honest.
The support is all we need.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what was the hardest thing about starting this? I do know that there's so many people who want to like start a matcha cart or like go all in at first, and I think from a business perspective, it's really hard, and I think the food industry is really hard
Hmm.
too, even though it's matcha,
Yeah.
it's hard because you need to put yourself out there. So, what were the struggles when you first started?
So definitely permitting. I did not realize how complicated that whole process
Yeah.
was. Like I had so oversimplified it in my head. I thought that it was just gonna be like, oh, go buy the supplies, buy a tent, we can go set up, and we'll sell much. It was so much more complicated than that. Um, so that was kind of a headache getting through all of that at first. But I mean, we made it. It's just something that you have to do.
How
Um,
long did it take you to find a good matcha? Because her matcha is imported from Japan.
yes, we do. We source our matcha straight from Kagoshima. I tried a whole lot of matchas. We probably had about maybe like 3 4 months of trying different matchas before we settled on the
Do
one
you
that we
remember how
wanted.
many you tried?
I don't. Probably I don't know, maybe like 20 to 30. A
Okay, okay,
lot.
okay.
Yeah. So we tried a whole lot of matchas. Had to get all that stuff figured out. And even like things that you don't think about, like labeling on the packages. Like
Yes.
there's like so many regulations that you have to follow,
Oh
and
shit. Okay, can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I don't.
yeah. So like you have to have an address, but I was struggled with that because I was like, I don't want to put like my home address on the matcha. You have to have your address. You can't. So our matcha is JAS organic, which
Okay.
is Japan's organic standard, which is actually a little bit higher than USDA organic, like
Okay.
standard wise. But we can't label our matcha as organic because it's not USDA organic. And if you want to label it
Um.
USDA organic, you have to go through a whole process of getting certified with USDA, and it takes like upwards of a year. It's like a really long process and costs a lot of money. And so we can't technically say that our matcha is organic because we're in the United States and it's not
Okay.
USDA, but it is JAS
Okay.
organic.
Good. Okay. That's all that matters.
Yeah. But just like little things like that. It's just a lot. The ingredients, you have to make sure that your ingredient label is correct, and just a bunch of little details that you wouldn't even think about,
Yeah.
that you end up having to think about. It makes the process take a lot longer than you expect it to.
And then what about how did it go getting like your LLC, I'm assuming, everything
Yes,
like that? How
yes.
was that? I know you're your grandfather's an architect.
Yes, so he was able to help me
Yeah.
with a lot of the stuff just because he's had his own business. But yeah, you have to get your LLC, your EIN, you have to get your bank accounts all set up, permitting, like I said. So all of that stuff goes into it before you can even get started with anything.
Hmm.
So it like I said, I definitely oversimplified it in my head. It was a lot more complicated than
I
I
wish it was so
expected.
simple.
I know. I know, me too.
I was just like, why is there so much paperwork?
Yeah, so much.
Whenever you started,
Mhm.
what was your first place like that you did your first pop up?
It was at the market downtown at Republic Square.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, actually it was at the Arboretum. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. We did
And
the Arboretum once as just like a one-time thing, and then
mhm.
we started the one downtown every weekend, and then we ended up starting the Arboretum every weekend a couple weeks after that.
How long were you at the first one before you started going
Mm,
to the other ones?
I think about a month.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that fast?
Yeah, so not very long.
Oh
We
shit.
just
Okay.
realized we were like, dang, like this is like there's so many people love this here. Like I just wanted to share it with more people, you
Yeah.
know?
And then
So
what I know you said the hours, but are you at one early in the morning and then you go to another one?
yeah, so I go to the one downtown from 9 to 1, and then my boyfriend goes to the one at the Arboretum from 11 to 3. So I'll finish up downtown at like 1, and then I head over there for like the last part of the one
Oh
that he's
shoot.
at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then whenever you started doing these, a lot of like matcha people started like coming out and doing their own. And
Yes.
it can be a friendly competition,
Yeah.
but I think what makes yours unique is that you perfected it so it's good quality, not
Yes.
sugary. What do your customers tell you? Like what's like a core memory they can think of like holy shit, I'm doing this.
I've had multiple people tell me that it's the best matcha that they've ever
Oh
had,
wow.
and that's just so cool to hear. And I've heard that from multiple customers,
Oh my
which
god.
I just love hearing that. It's like so cool that people think that about my little matcha stand matcha. You know, like nothing. We're not like a big company, you know.
But no, I
Um,
think that's what makes Austin really cool is because they are big on supporting small businesses.
yes.
And there's so many, but I think it's just so cool that you're putting yourself out there. And like before we started the podcast, you were nervous. And I was just like,
Yes.
it's like putting yourself out there consistently is going to make such a huge difference, right? And like
Yeah.
you're going to start noticing things. But I do want to say, what was your boyfriend like? How did he feel about it? Like he's like, okay, I'm just gonna start helping you. Like,
Yeah.
how did that go?
He has been nothing but supportive. Honestly, like I was really nervous about that at first because
Uh-huh.
I kind of realized like I don't have anybody else who can help me with this consistently
Yeah,
every
and it's also
weekend.
like a business thing. You're like, okay, it's
Right.
gonna be a business thing. Like we can't fuck around. We can't,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, so I didn't want to like put a ton of pressure on him to be like, like if you don't help me with this, I can't do this. But
yeah,
I never had to. He's been so supportive and so willing to help since the very beginning. And I mean, there's sometimes that he doesn't want to wake up at 7 on Saturdays but he still does it.
yeah, yeah.
Like he's so
You're
awesome.
like, I reward you with the matcha if you get up.
Exactly. Exactly.
um, I think that's the coolest thing, and I think it's so cool when partners do it together. Like my husband, he helps me sometimes whenever he's not like when he's not at work,
Hmm.
and oh my god, girl, I was like, I couldn't do this without you because it's like it's so much.
Yeah, exactly.
But whenever you were elevating your brand and like the position that you are, I would say you're an expert. It's not just another vendor, right?
Right.
When you import the stuff, like I want to talk a little bit about your products.
Hmm.
How were you so intentional with, I know you called it Green Ritual
Hmm.
with the labeling and stuff, but whenever you finally started selling products, what were people excited about? Or like, what were you most excited about selling it? Like people making it at home or recreating it? Like whatever you can think of.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're buying a matcha, like as a consumer,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things that people don't think about, or maybe they just don't know to think
Okay.
about, like with matcha quality and whatnot. Um, so I was really excited to bring like a product to the table that I had knowledge about. So like I know the origin of our matcha, I know the region in Japan that it's coming from. I know the cultivars of our matcha. It's a blend of 4 different cultivars, and so many people don't even know that that
Oh,
stuff is like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like,
um,
wait.
so it's like really cool to be able to explain the story behind the matcha to people when they're buying it. Um, and to be able to supply people with like a quality matcha that they can take home and make their own matcha with. Um, because I feel like if you go buy a matcha at like I don't know, I mean they sell it at like Trader Joe's.
Yeah. But
um,
even then, I think I've bought in some from there or like
mhm,
just like Walmart.
yeah,
And they're not dark. They're not like,
right.
it's not a beautiful color. And they say it's imported from Japan or somewhere like that.
Exactly.
And I'm just
And
like, why does it look like that though?
right, it might be imported from Japan, but the thing is like you can still import it from Japan and then dump a bunch of sugar into the powder. And like you can still say, "Oh, our
Oh,
matcha's from Japan," but it's not pure matcha.
I see. I
And I think
see.
a lot of people don't realize that. Um, but yeah, it's really cool to have like a quality product that I know is a quality product.
And then do you sell the sets too? Like,
Yeah,
do you
we
sell the whole
do.
thing?
Yeah, we
Okay,
do.
okay.
So we sell the kits, the powder. Um, and that's about it right now. I want to add some other things pretty soon, but
I do want to also like say and ask, how many things are on your menu?
we have nine, I believe nine
Nine
drinks on our
flavors.
menu. Yeah.
How do you feel about places having so many things on their menu?
I think that it can be very easily overwhelming.
Yes.
So I was like very intentional behind the way that I did our menu. So like we do have a lot of different flavors. Um, but
But
there
nine's not a lot.
well, for just matcha, I guess for people it is a lot.
Okay. Okay.
But no, I get you're right. It's not a ton. But I was like very intentional with our menu. Like it's very simple to read. It has pictures of everything.
Yeah.
So that you can just glance at the menu and kind of get like an idea of what you want. But I don't know. I think that huge menus are like very easily
Yeah.
overwhelming. I didn't want to make it like too
Hmm.
big.
And that's
Um,
why people come back
right,
because
right.
it's like, it's consistent. I've
Yeah.
tried so many coffee shops, obviously, because I'm a coffee slut, that never get it right. Like
Yeah.
it's good one time, but then if I go back, it's not good.
Yeah.
So then I started realizing the smaller menu you have, the better it is perfecting it.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk about like why consistency was so important for you because I know people come back,
Mhm.
but for you personally, and then even like with your boyfriend, we have to perfect it because whatever you want to fill it up with.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't want somebody to love something one week and then come back the next week and
Yeah.
it's like, what is this? This isn't even
Mm-hmm.
the same thing that I had. So I consistency is important for that reason, and then I think also we have very simple recipes
Okay.
and we do everything by weight.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy to like make sure that everybody's getting the same amount of everything in their drink.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important for, you know, cost of goods and
Yeah, and
all.
then you're not wasting product.
Exactly,
Yes. Oh
yeah.
my God, I didn't even think about that. I just thought about it.
Yeah, we always want to be consistent with our drinks.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think the Austin market already blew you up.
it I guess kind of, yeah.
No.
We've
Like, really, like, hone in and think about, like, holy shit, like, I'm doing this, me and my boyfriend.
yes,
It's my business.
right.
And people come back every fucking weekend to
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like seeing people post it on like social media and stuff, like that's so cool too. Seeing videos of people trying our drinks and talking about how good our drinks are is so awesome.
Has somebody posted a video about you guys that, like, went viral in Austin?
Not like super viral. There was one that had like 400 or 500 likes, but nothing like super crazy.
But still, it's like, how many, okay, followers don't matter, but how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Just under 1100, I think.
1,100. And
Yeah.
then do you have TikTok?
We do, but we don't really use it. I need to get better at using it because I know that it's like way easier to like go viral on TikTok.
It is. It's way easier.
It's so hard. Video content is just so hard for me.
It's okay. It's okay. The pictures, I'm like, oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about like the forward momentum. And I kind of want to take my time with this part. Like, what is 2026 looking like so far? Because you've only done this how long?
6 months.
And
About 6
that's
months.
fucking insane.
Yeah. So we've been able to grow a lot in 6 months, and I really want to just like keep that forward momentum going through this year. We did just buy a trailer, so we are planning to get hopefully into a permanent location.
Yeah. No rush though.
within-
No rush.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're not gonna rush that process at all.
What feels right feels right.
Yeah, but hopefully within I don't know. I can't even put a time
No,
stamp
yeah,
on it
yeah.
right now, but soon. That's one of our goals for the year is to get into a trailer.
And then what's the vision for the brand?
So I ideally I would like to get into wholesale at
Oh,
some
okay.
point so that to have our matcha like in coffee shops. I think
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
Do you
But
know how that process works?
a little bit,
Okay,
but
let's touch on that because I don't know how that works.
I mean it's like a whole separate ball game. Especially right now there have you heard about the matcha shortage? There is like a
No. Okay, talk about that too.
yeah, so it's I guess with like the increased demand for matcha, with like matcha becoming more
Mm-hmm.
popular right now, um, there has been trouble with having enough matcha to supply to
Oh
everybody. So
shit.
there's only one harvest of matcha every
Okay.
year, and it's in the spring. So they
So wait, it's only one time?
right, yeah.
Holy, oh my God.
Yeah, so
Okay.
with my supplier right now, I just a couple months ago actually when I was placing our next order, I had a issue because they were out of the matcha that I had originally ordered, and it was a whole thing. We ended up figuring it out, but it was the whole thing. Because they were like, yeah, we won't have any more until the spring.
Oh
I was like,
shit.
well, that aspects like that make it really hard to run a
Yeah.
business like this because it's like, well, I can't run out of matcha. Like that's
Yeah.
my whole business. So yeah, the matcha shortage is kind of a problem that I don't think has much of a solution right now. I'm not sure
Oh shit.
how that's going to affect my business going forward, to be completely honest. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of people wanting matcha right now, and there's just not enough matcha, and you can't buy your matcha all in bulk
Okay.
when the harvest happens because then it's not going to be fresh.
Yeah.
So when I place a matcha order, they ground the matcha right before they send it to me. So the leaves are frozen basically after they're harvested,
Okay. Okay.
and then they're ground fresh once the order is placed. And then once the leaves are ground and packaged, you want to use them within like 6 to 8 months, ideally, just to maintain the freshness and the
Freshness,
quality.
yeah.
So I can't order matcha for the whole year at one time. But then it's like the question of like, well, in 6 months when I run out of matcha, is there going to be more matcha for me to order?
Yeah.
So it's it's been kind of hard to figure all of that out, but
But
we're
it's like it's something out of your control.
yeah, we
There's
really
just some things that that are out of your control and that
yeah.
you can't. I wish like you can make your own here, but
Exactly. People have asked me about that. They're like, "Do you grow your own matcha?" And I'm like, No, we really can't do that here." I mean, I guess like we could, but it wouldn't be good.
good,
The
yeah.
climate here just isn't right for that.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, and then the wholesale. Let's go back to that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing with that. Like it's hard to commit to wholesale and having customers who rely on us for wholesale when we're not even completely sure,
Yeah.
if we're going to be able to get the supply for ourselves. So that's definitely something that I know like we're not ready to do yet, but it is the goal that I do have eventually.
Yeah.
But that would entail buying like a lot of
How
matcha
much would you think?
just for ourselves. We go through about a kilogram every week.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so we go through a ton of matcha. So like in my eyes, I'm like, we're already ordering so much matcha for ourselves. Like, it's just not realistic for our business right now to like be ordering that for multiple people to be wholesaling to.
Yeah.
But it's a goal that I do have eventually. But it's
And
just not
yeah,
realistic
just with
yet.
time.
Yeah,
Just with
exactly.
time.
Yeah,
Everything's with time.
right.
And then long-term goal beyond Austin.
Yeah, I would love to get into wholesaling to
Everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. Do you feel like you'd stay in Texas?
Probably
Probably just
so.
Texas, yeah.
I love it here. I really do. My boyfriend, he wants to go and live somewhere else, but I
Well,
love
you said he's
Austin.
from Chicago, right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. And
But
that's crazy. I love Texas.
I do too. But I have been here my whole life, so like I guess it would probably be like good for me to like just experience something else for a little while, but I love it here. Like I like having like a home base here,
Yeah. That'd be
So,
good.
yeah.
That'd be good. Okay, so you talking about the trailer and everything. So you might be hiring people.
Yes,
Okay.
very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in employees?
Reliability is very, very important. Because like I said, we don't live like in Austin
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
now. So we're all the way in Leander. So if we're putting a truck in Austin, I want people who I can rely on
Yep.
to be able to be there. Consistency, like I said, is very important. Good customer service, just some
Yeah.
reliable
What
people that
can
we could get on our
they
team.
expect from you as a leader and as a owner?
Ooh.
I mean, from when I just met you, super
Yeah.
chill,
Yeah,
laid back.
that's kind of how I feel like I am. I'm not like a crazy like strict like on your ass type of person, you
Yeah.
know, like um I don't want to have to be. Like I
Yeah.
want somebody who can, do their job properly without me having to be like that because I don't that's not who I am. I don't want to
Hmm.
have to be like that. Um so yeah, I want somebody like I wanted to feel like we're like friends, you know.
Yeah. Well, like a family. I
Yeah,
think a lot of
exactly.
people, that's what they look for. And what about, okay, because we were talking a little bit about too, like pictures and videos. Would you
Mhm.
hire somebody in marketing?
I would love to at
Okay.
some point, yes. But yeah, right now I'm just doing all that stuff myself, which is
Which is
it's a
crazy.
lot.
6 months.
It is, yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but it's worth it.
It is, yeah. That's like one of the things that I didn't think about either is like you're gonna be or I'm gonna be my own social media manager, market manager, employee at the market. Like I everything. I do
It's
everything.
everything.
And just another thing that I had oversimplified in my head. Like I didn't realize how much that was gonna be. I'm my accountant. Like I do everything, and like it's a lot. It's just a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. But it's like very fulfilling at the same time
Yeah.
that I'm able to do all of that stuff on my own.
And how do you feel about like the feeling about entrepreneurship?
It's super super awesome. Like I love that like my success is in my own hands, and
Yes.
I'm not having to there's nobody else that I'm relying on for
Hmm.
anything. And which is like it's just, there's pressure that comes with that, but I like it that way. Like I don't want to have to I've always hated having a boss. like
Me
like
too.
I want to be in charge. I'm a bit of a control freak.
I think for me too, it's like, okay, so it's different for me because I'm in the fitness space,
Mhm.
and I think it's nice having like working for people who aren't on your ass and like aren't like how you were saying.
Mhm.
And I don't look at them as my boss.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do sessions here, you pay me, and then
Right.
that's it. Like
Yeah.
but I can still make my own schedule.
Yeah.
Tell them I'm not available this day or this time, whatever. And I think that's what I wish more people did.
Yeah.
I know when it comes to corporate, it's really hard and it sucks. Personally, like a lot of people got laid off last year
Uh-huh.
in the corporate space. But I think little things like grabbing a matcha
Mhm.
really turns the day around or
I
something to look forward
agree.
to, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I really love it. And that's why whenever we spoke for the first time, I was like, I want to have you on. Like immediately I was like,
Yeah.
I want to have you on because there's so much like things I could relate to.
Mhm.
So we love the entrepreneurship, how being your own boss. What would you say is the struggles of entrepreneurship? Like for yourself, like, fuck, like I'm on my own everything. Or
Yeah.
damn, I have to do this. Or time management's a big one for me.
Yes, like all of those things. Like I said, so many things that I had to learn. Like
Yeah.
I don't taxes, like I didn't
And
know
it's tax
anything about
season.
exactly. Like I didn't know anything about having to do that stuff. That was like a whole new thing that I had to learn. Just so much. Inventory, like all of those
Oh shit,
things.
I don't have to
Like
do that, but
yeah, just like knowing when you need to order more product and not over ordering product. There's just so many things that I've had to learn and like how to balance like work with normal life stuff also like
yeah,
was really
admin
hard to
stuff,
figure
right?
out. Yeah. Because like when we first started and I was trying to get all of the branding done and we were trying all these different matchas and I was trying to decide who we were going to order from and like all those things, there were like full days that I would sit on my computer and I would all day, and then I would realize that suddenly that it was like 7 o'clock and I hadn't done a single thing the
Oh
whole
shit.
day. And like it was hard at first to like my boyfriend would be like, are you gonna make dinner, like I'd
Like,
be like
why did you make dinner? Just kidding.
but it was just like hard at first to like find that balance because
Yeah.
of like you still have to like carry on with everything in your normal life, but like all of that other stuff like does still have to get done as well, you know. So there was definitely like a line where I had to like draw like between like, okay, I can do this from this time to this time, and like after that I'm done working for the
Yeah.
day, because it's like really easy when you work for yourself and everything
To
that you
work all
do
the
is on
time.
your own. Yeah, you can so easily just end up spending the whole entire day just working.
Yep.
um
I was literally me and my husband. Well, I came home last night and he was clipping videos for me, and I still stayed working on my phone, editing
mhm.
videos until like almost 9. And
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I can't be doing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's
like everywhere.
yeah, it's hard to get away from when that's
Mm-hmm.
when it's, your work is all around you all the time.
And
But
then on the back end, like admin stuff, when did you realize, like, I know you mentioned it a little bit, but when you were like, what month were you at when you're like, I need to set boundaries with myself?
honestly, I think that that was the worst in the very beginning when
Okay.
I was first getting started. I was spending so much time working, and I guess subconsciously stressing myself out so bad that my whole body was breaking out in hives,
Oh my
like
gosh.
all the time. And I had never experienced anything like that in my life. And I was like, what is going on right now? And I didn't even realize how stressed I was. But I was just subconsciously was like putting so much stress on myself with trying to get the stuff ready to go. I didn't even realize it, but it was so awful. And that finally stopped maybe like 3-ish months in.
Okay.
But yeah, it was completely just related to stress. I had gone to the doctor like multiple times and I was like, what is wrong with me? And they were like, nothing's wrong with you. I thought that I had like some weird, like, I don't know, autoimmune
Yeah.
disorder or
Yeah.
something.
Because
And
that's what usually happens. That's why people
yeah,
break out in hives, but
yeah.
stress is my biggest thing.
Yeah, so it was like very easy at the beginning for me to like stress myself out without even realizing how stressed I was. Like I guess I had never experienced that type of stress in my life where like cuz like you're building a business and like the success of the business is completely on you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else for me to I can't put any responsibility on anybody else. I can't blame anything going wrong on anybody else. Like that's all you. And I guess that's just like a lot to
Yeah.
at the beginning, yeah.
Was there any like, did you have to like go into debt for this business or no?
I did not. I'm very
Okay.
lucky
Beautiful. Awesome.
with that part. Yeah. But it was a lot of startup costs, but
Yeah.
I
What would you say you spent? How much did you spend in the beginning for everything?
um just to start up like the farmers market stuff around $12,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a lot, but
Yeah, but it definitely not as much as it costs a lot of people to start their
yeah.
businesses up. So,
Are you making more than you were at your last job?
I make a very comparable amount to what I was
Okay.
making. Yeah.
Okay.
So it has almost doubled my income, which is really cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. In 6 months.
Yes, in six
In
months.
fucking six
Yeah.
months. You
It's
can do
super awesome.
anything.
Yeah.
You can literally do anything you want. There's like nothing that's out of reach. It's hard.
It is hard, yeah, but it's got the longer that we've done it, the easier it's gotten. And I mean, I know we just took on the whole responsibility of the trailer, and that's going to
Hmm.
be a whole nother thing that we're going to have to figure out. And I'm sure it's going to be equally as stressful as it was starting up the first time. But once you get it figured out, like it's not as scary anymore.
Yeah.
Like it was so scary when I started. And that's like not even with like it's not like I quit my job to start this, and it was still so scary. But
Hmm.
I don't know, the longer that I've done it, the easier it's gotten for sure.
Would you still do the pop-ups when you start your trailer?
Yes, that
Okay,
is the
cool.
plan. Yeah. So I want to have ideally like somebody to be at the trailer regularly, a couple people, a
Yeah.
couple employees, so that we can still do the markets on the weekends because we enjoy doing the markets. They're fun. We have a good time at the markets.
And oh, is there any vendors that go and try get some matcha from you guys? Other
Ah,
vendors?
yes. Yeah, we have quite a few, and we made so many like friends along the way too. It's
Oh.
really cool.
I think
But
it's cool too to have friends that are in the same situation as you.
yeah, they completely understand all of our struggles that we go through
Hmm.
because they have the same ones. Yeah. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's hard for me to like explain it to my friends. I'm like, I have to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
They're like, why?
Yeah, exactly. They just
I'm
don't
like,
get it.
because I have to do it.
Right.
So I do want to finish off with a little like speed round.
Okay.
And then obviously like kind of what you want to end it with. But if somebody was going to go to your pop-up Green Ritual Matcha for the first time, what would you recommend?
Uh,
I know that's a hard question.
like, what would
but
I recommend them to try?
the first time?
A mango matcha.
Okay, beautiful.
That's why I
It's-
brought. Yeah, that's why I brought you
Oh
that
my
to
God,
try
so
today.
Do you have to like instruct people if they buy like a matcha kit, or most people already know?
We have like some general directions like on the back of our matcha.
Okay.
But I'll just give people like a couple little like pointers
Yeah.
when they buy it. But yeah, I feel like most people do know, and then like I said, the instructions make it pretty
Easier.
simple. Yeah.
One word to describe the season you're in life. It's a hard one.
It is a
I
hard
would say
one.
like for me, embracing
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, I don't. This is just a very big time of growth for me, I guess.
Okay, so growth.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What about one word to describe your future?
Bright.
Ugh, love.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bright.
Yes.
And then one last thing.
Okay.
For anybody who wants to start a business, especially a small business, what advice would you give them?
Just start.
Yeah.
Like honestly, just start.
But that's the craziest thing. A lot of people think about so much, but they don't do shit.
Yeah. I mean, this was like, it wasn't like I thought about doing this for years before I did it. Like I was pretty much was just sitting on the couch with my boyfriend one night and I was like, I could do this. And then the next day I got started on the process of doing it. And here we are now. So yeah, I would say just do it. I mean, like do some research. Yeah, but
we have chat now. We have chat GPT.
exactly.
The biggest thing for me is that also it's the same with like content.
Yeah.
And like creating or doing art or starting a social group or whatever it is. People are so scared.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm always like, who cares what anybody thinks?
Yeah.
There's so much failures than successes when it comes to business.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's always brighter on the other side.
Yes. Yeah. You just got to jump into it and get started and let it take you where it takes you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think your story is so amazing. You like you said, you just started it the next day.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to see you at like community pop-ups.
Yes.
If like that's, people reach out. You guys should reach out and have her there. And supporting small intentional business like yours is why I started this podcast and like getting to meet new people, which is the best thing ever. Is there any last words you like to say before we hop off?
Ooh, I don't know. I guess just if there's something that you want to do, just do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Yeah,
just do
exactly. Just don't think too much. Don't hesitate. Just if there's something that you think you can do and it's gonna make you happy and it's gonna turn your life around in a way that you are hoping for, then just give it a try at least.
What if it can turn out better than you expected? Exactly.
Yeah. This is already better than I expected.
It's crazy.
This is not what I expected to happen within 6 months at all.
6 months.
Yeah.
Shit, I need a studio in 6 months. Please make it happen.
You can do it.
We can do anything. I do want to say, please go follow her. She is on Green Ritual Matcha on Instagram and TikTok, I'm assuming. I'll put it both in description, as well as go visit them at the Austin Farmers Markets.
Definitely.
I'm assuming you have the schedule on.
Yeah, it's in our Instagram bio.
Okay, cool. And make sure to like and subscribe and share this episode with a friend and share it to your whole family. Yes. I hope they listen to this. And if this story reminds you of your own journey, send it to someone who needs it. And we love you all here at the Coffee Slut Podcast. And we can't wait to see you in the next episode. Thank you. How do you feel?